So this is the home of Tippy Canoes, which has many memories that I'll go into in a minute. These used to have different vintage pieces in them, these two windows. And this was, I think, one of the original vintage stores in Laguna for sure. So as far as the history I know about, personal, remember this isn't factual, this is personal to me, being a third generation Laguna Beacher. I used to shop here when I was a teenager. I didn't find out till years later that actually my grandmother owned this building and my father lived here. My grandmother was a potter, and I guess this was Potter's Row. So I shopped here. I had a friend that actually made clothing for them as well. For sure, Ernie, as I got older, I had my son and I was a single mom, and this was my Sunday job. And Ernie was like a father figure to me in a lot of ways. Francisco, who is also a friend who's still around, sells at Melrose. Now next door is Cherry Moon, and he is one of the last surviving vintage deal from the original, from Brotherhood. I tried to get a talk with him. He doesn't want to talk on camera, but he's got amazing history inside of him. Definitely come check him out. Great prices, right next to Tippy's. Look how beautiful. Ernie would be so happy. So funny, nobody's in here. There's no salespeople in here. Great secret vintage private shopping experience is found right behind this artist's workshop in Laguna Beach. This is Studio Workshop, which we will be showing in another video. Behind here, you can see another space that is not hers, and here we go into Rachel McAllister's wonderful den of fabulousness. I will tag her here, her Instagram, and I'm sure she is checking her DMs if you want to come for this shopping experience. She does have parties and she is open occasionally, but you really need to watch her email and contact her directly. This is so amazing. She used to have a vintage store several years back, and she has an amazing collection of all kinds of goodies, and you could spend hours in here. Check it out. Link in bio. I am in North Laguna now at my friend James' incredible collection of both interior and vintage clothing. Let's see if he's here. There he is. Hi. How are you?
What's going on?
What's happening? I wanted my viewers to meet you.
Hi there.
This is a new store,
Yes.
but you've been doing interior and vintage for how long?
It's been like 16 years now.
Wow.
Yeah.
And how did you start? What made you start?
In college, I just started going to garage sales, and I found all sorts of fun stuff. And then I started kind of selling stuff, and people started responding to it. So I just kept going. I never stopped.
Now, so this is your boutique that's been open for how long?
We have been in here for 5 months now.
And what I'm like so inspired when I walk in here, I love the way it's curated. I love how you are putting all these unique things together. What do you see trending, or what would you call what it is, the collection that you are inspired to collect?
I like a lot of things that are out of the norm, or just kind of pop out or are unexpected. So a lot of things that I like are generally just fun and more whimsical than things that you'd see kind of every day.
Yeah, you just pointed out these wonderful, for me as a designer, I love coming in and seeing what and how he has collected these amazing vintage clothing pieces. I see like maybe at least 6 pieces that I would like to take home with me today.
Yeah, here's one of Catherine's favorites.
I love this.
Super ethereal.
Look at that, I love it. It's so great. So now how often does this change back here?
I have a couple racks in the back, so we're kind of always mixing things in and out. Seasonally, we do different collections. Right now, we're calling this collection Ranch and Sand.
Oh, neat.
So something for the beach and something for the ranch. So,
And you know, I grew up with these skirts. What makes you think that's cool all of a sudden? I mean, was it always cool, or are you just feeling like it's a fresh thing?
I just like these skirts. I'm not a woman, and so I've never, you know, it's when I find something, I always say like, oh, if I was a woman, like what would I want to wear?
Right.
And I just love like this shirt. I love blousey things that kind of make me feel naked. So one little bit of, you know, pressure around the waist and the rest is super free just seems really great. I mean, I don't know if skirts are trending right now necessarily, but this with like a bandeau or a bralette or something is super cute. You could throw a jacket over it.
Look at the fishes on the bottom of this one.
And then
it's amazing.
And then the little eyes are crystals.
Oh my God. And what are your hours?
I'm 11 to 5, Wednesday through Saturday right now.
Great. Well, James, we just are wishing, if you're in Laguna, this is a must stop. He's in North Laguna, and I will tag him at the bottom of this so you have his info.
Thank you all. Thank you.
As far as hidden gems go, this is probably the most hidden, Dead Space Goods, and this is Noah.
Hi.
He's the curator of this wonderful space. So Noah, how long have you been collecting?
I've been collecting this stuff for, I don't know, maybe like going on 6 years now. Actually kind of more, because I've been doing it since I was a little kid, like collecting things, but selling things 6 years now. Yeah.
You have like a great mix of all different times, mostly 60s?
Yeah, I would say mostly 60s, 70s, and then, you know, as much of 50s and 40s stuff that I can find that is in good condition at least.
So how are you here by appointment or?
Yes, you can find me by appointment through my Instagram at Dead Space Goods, and then, you know, I'm here most days. I try to tell people to shoot me a message first before they come, and then, you know, if you're local and you drive by and see the garage up, you can totally stop by.
So here, let's go in and tell me about some stuff.
Check it out.
I want to know what you're really passionate about right now.
Oh man, well, I've been making a lot of pants lately. I've been doing a lot of patchwork.
Amazing. Now those are all fabrics, vintage fabrics, right?
Yeah, from the 60s and 70s.
And they're hand done.
Hand stitched.
Amazing.
So I've been doing custom pants like this, and then I don't know, a lot of I like a lot of leather stuff, you know, French leather, the
that's
hippie
fine.
stuff.
The festival
Exactly.
looking.
Yeah, and then we've got all the
I love those.
lacy stuff.
Those
the
are
antique
like
slips.
really speak to me. They're so pretty. Like it just looks like something you would see like in your grandma would have
Definitely.
or something.
And then next door we got all the vintage t-shirts and rock and roll stuff. So
That's awesome.
this is kind of the earth tones and jewel tones, and then next door we have the bright colors and
I love
the
it.
more poppin' stuff.
I love it.
Yeah.
And so you were telling me about your theory about, because you are a musician as well and you sell to bands, and just how, you know, people find you and what you're.
Well, I just think, like, I don't know, sometimes it's not necessarily how much stuff you're selling, it's, you know, who your clientele is, and focusing in on that clientele is important to my business for sure. Not necessarily having all these sales or having everything. It's like just knowing my clientele as well as I can seems to be the most important. So.
And that's why they keep coming back, because I've heard so many amazing things about you from town, and and mostly just it's so nice to have that you were able to create this space, because I know it's challenging, especially in a town like this, to find, you know, a space and make it happen.
Totally. And it's like I like it to be have that low pressure interaction where people can come and hang out and spend an hour or 2 hours, try a bunch of stuff on. And it's like, you know, no one's rushing them to buy anything or like get out of here. So it's kind of like, you know, people can come and chill and take it all in.
Well, because it takes a lot to go through these racks, because believe me, oh my God, I saw these. He has this incredible 100-year-old Victorian. You know I love that. Well, thank you and good luck.
Of
and
course,
check
thank
him
you.
out on Instagram.
Yep.
All right. Ciao.
Bye.